Welcome to the first video in our WarioWare D.I.Y tutorial video series. In this video we will discuss the WarioWare heritage and the unique features that WarioWare D.I.Y brings to the franchise. We will also help you prepare to become a microgame developer. In WarioWare D.I.Y, players not only get to play microgames, they can also develop their own games, music, and comics. You can trade your creations with friends who can then modify your game to their liking. Before you can get started developing your own microgames, you'll have to finish at least one lesson that is offered over at WarioWare Inc. This is where you can take the DIY 101 class that teaches you how to make games. The tutorial puts development concepts into simple to understand terms using helpful diagrams. Starting from this blank canvas, I'll make it a night scene using the tools available in the DIY studio. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is make a horizon line. There you go. I'm going to move over here and pick something that looks like grass. Go to my fill tool, and now we have grass. Let's make the sky. We'll make the night sky. And there we go. Tapping on the stamp here, and we will put this house over here. Add a tree, and let's put a little bit of foliage in front of that tree. There we go. Pretty good background. Our first step in creating our microgame will be to draw and work with some art. Let's head to the DIY studio and create some animated graphics for a rocket game. Our game will feature a solitary object. Take a look at how I use the copy function and other tools to help me quickly create our primary object. Okay, now I'm going to zoom out so that I can copy my image. And there we go. That'll help me with symmetry. So there we have the body of our rocket. And now let's add some detail. Okay, there we got a cockpit. Fill it in blue. And go ahead and make the ship white, why not? I'm going to draw a fin here on the ship. And we're going to go back to our copy tool and we'll once again make that symmetrical. So we'll draw it on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and make a new frame here. Copy the whole image and we'll put it in another cell. So I'm going to go ahead and take a peek here and see what it looks like underneath and move it over there to the side. That way we can make an animation. There we go. As you can see, when we switch between the images, we create a convincing animation. That's it for now. Check back again to get more tips on how to develop your own microgames using WarioWare D.I.Y. Welcome to the second beginner video in our WarioWare D.I.Y tutorial video series. In this video, we continue to explore the WarioWare D.I.Y development environment as we build a game from scratch. You will notice that the environment is broken up into 4 sections: graphics, music, assembly, and settings. We're going to use the various tools available here to create a simple game that features a rocket that will take off when it's tapped. Take a look at this example of what the game action will look like. Since we made our background and our object in the last video, we can begin to apply action instructions to our assets. We do this using the tools in the assembly area. First, we're going to create a game starting point. In this case, the starting point will show our rocket standing still on the grass. Now that we have an object on the background, we can assign it a trigger. Triggers are events that will make the object do something. The trigger that we're going to use in this case is a tap from the stylus. We want the rocket to fly away when the player taps it. Take a look at how we can achieve this using the assembly tools. Okay, now I'm going to give the rocket its first action instruction. Okay, we're going to select the trigger type as a tap. This object, as opposed to anywhere on the stage. Now we have a trigger. Let's go ahead and give it an action. In this case, we're going to make it travel. We're going to have it go straight from its current location in a specific direction. Okay, we could have it go right, but this is not a car, this is a rocket, so let's have it go straight up. And with a normal speed. And there we go. Now that we have a trigger, we can add a bunch of actions for the object to perform. Let's add an art change action so that the rocket looks like it's shaking while it launches. We're going to loop that art at a higher speed. The trial play function allows us to test our game whilst in mid-development. Let's use this function now to test our game. Notice that nothing should happen until we tap the ship. Notice that the ship flew away when we tapped it. This means that our art goals are complete. Being able to assign AI to objects is an essential component of creating your own microgames. Remember, there are many more AI functions available to you in the development environment. Once you understand the more advanced features of the DIY Studio, you'll be well on your way to bringing out your inner game developer. Thanks for watching, and check back again for more tips.